Away for the win, 100 final. Kishane Thompson got away well. Kishane Thompson in control.
Sent off. Great start for Walanda Balaza. Kishane Thompson now gets into his running. Oblique Seville left behind. Kishane.
A key play.
Thompson and Oblique Seville. Kishane Thompson crossed to the line. 988. He's.
Who's got a bit of a march on Noel Lyles. Lyles has got some work to do. Seville is going really well here. Seville's going to win this.
Something special for me because I'm one of the top elite athletes in the world, and no one can take that away from me.
In what might be the most electrifying sprint showdown since Bolt's reign, Jamaica isn't just showing up to the World Championships. It's about to explode from within. Forget the usual US versus Jamaica narrative. This time the battle lines are drawn closer to home. It's Kishane Thompson versus Oblique Seville. Two men, one nation, one crown. And unlike past years, there's no Usain Bolt to dominate the spotlight. Just two powerhouses on a direct collision course. Track fans, buckle up because the men's 100-meter final is shaping up to be an internal Jamaican civil war. A ruthless duel between raw, untamed speed and meticulous technical precision. The rest of the world? They're background noise. The real race is happening between two teammates turned rivals. And if the buildup is anything to go by, we're not just witnessing a final. We're watching history load in slow motion, ready to detonate in under 10 seconds. This isn't just a sprint, it's Jamaica's fastest chess match yet. For years, the women's side of Jamaican sprinting grabbed the headlines. Shelly Ann, Elaine, and Sharika locked horns in epic fashion. But now, for the first time in a decade, it's the men's turn to steal the spotlight. Remember Asafa versus Bolt? Johan versus Usain? Those rivalries lit up the track but were short-lived or one-sided. Now, Kishane and Oblique are writing a new chapter, one that could eclipse them all. They represent two different faces of Jamaican sprinting. Kishane, the unrefined but terrifyingly fast prodigy, and Oblique, the smooth operator with flawless technique. It's a story that's as much about the next great Jamaican champion as it is about national pride. No foreign threat needed. Jamaica's fiercest competition is coming from within. And the best part? This rivalry isn't hypothetical anymore. It's real, it's timed, it's scheduled, and it's less than a blink away from erupting on the global stage. Kishane Thompson is a storm barely contained. With a staggering 9.75s under his belt, he's already the fastest Jamaican this year. And what makes that terrifying is he's doing it with flawed technique. Let that sink in. This isn't some polished, perfected athlete gliding through phases. This is raw horsepower breaking through the blocks like a fighter jet with faulty wings. But when that jet flies, it flies. Critics say he's sloppy, unpolished, still learning the craft. But what they're missing is that those flaws aren't holding him back. They're warning signs for the rest of the field. If Kishane ever does clean up that form, tighten that final phase, and maximize efficiency, he might not just be the fastest in Jamaica, he might be the fastest ever. Stephen Francis and the MVP camp are quietly sculpting a weapon. And that 9.75, that was him at 80%. Imagine what 100% looks like. Oblique. Seville doesn't run like a hurricane. He glides like a scalpel, precise, deliberate, and lethal. While Kishane overwhelms you with power, Oblique outsmarts you with rhythm. His technique is clinical, his phases locked in, his execution nearly robotic in consistency, and that's no accident. Clocking a 9.86 in London and a 9.83 elsewhere, he's proving that his lane isn't just clean, it's deadly. What sets Seville apart is his timing. He peaks when it counts. He's not flashy, he's focused. And when everything clicks, he's knocking on the door of the 9.7s. The scary part? Seville hasn't even hit his ceiling yet. If he puts together the perfect race under Tokyo's lights, and if Thompson even slightly slips, this won't be an underdog story. It'll be a tactical dismantling. Seville's not chasing headlines, he's chasing gold. And he's doing it with surgical intent. Let's be clear, Kishane Thompson holds all the wins in their head-to-head record. Oblique Seville? Still searching for that first breakthrough over 100 meter against him. On paper, it's one-sided. But anyone who watches closely knows it's more complicated. Each time they race, the gap shrinks, the times tighten, the tension rises. Seville may not have the wins, but he's never outclassed. He lingers, he lurks. He's always one clean start away from flipping the script. And remember, when you've never beaten someone, every race becomes personal. It's not just about medals anymore, it's about redemption. Seville knows what the world thinks, that he's second best, the silver shadow behind the golden boy. But shadows move quietly, they grow. And at Tokyo 2025, if Thompson slips even a fraction off his rhythm, that shadow could catch fire and consume everything. History favors the bold, but rivalries, they reward the patient. The MVP Track Club is notorious for playing the long game. With Stephen Francis at the helm, they don't chase headlines. They build monsters. Behind closed doors, we hear whispers. Thompson is undone. He's getting faster. The real peak is coming in Tokyo. If that sounds familiar, it should, because that's how legends are made. The training is quiet, the adjustments subtle. But come race day, those tweaks can mean tenths of a second. And tenths separate champions from footnotes. Francis isn't just preparing Thompson to win, he's preparing him to dominate. And if the reports are true, we might not have seen Thompson's real race yet. Every false start, every stumble this season, it's all calculated risk, building toward one explosion on the biggest stage. And when that day comes, all the world will see is a blur in yellow and green moving at speeds they thought only Bolt could reach. Now let's imagine the unthinkable. Both men run the race of their lives. No bad starts, no stumbles, no mistakes. Just two Jamaican titans storming down the lane stride for stride. What happens then? Well, Thompson has the edge on raw speed, no question. But Seville has rhythm, poise, execution. It becomes a battle of chaos versus control, fireworks versus precision. And in a final that could be decided by 0.01 seconds, everything matters. Wind, start, mindset, even lane placement. But let's not forget, Thompson's 9.75 looked comfortable. That's what haunts every analyst. He wasn't straining, he was cruising. If he drops to 9.69 or lower, Seville would need a miracle. But if Seville drops a 9.72 with flawless form, Thompson's margin for error disappears. This race won't just crown the next Jamaican king, it might redefine who the world sees as the heir to Bolt's throne. While the US media drools over Noah Lyles in Europe, bets on the new African prodigies, the island of Jamaica is quietly preparing to humble everyone. Again, it's almost insulting at this point, the way Jamaica keeps getting underestimated decade after decade. But maybe that's the point. Maybe letting the world sleep is part of the plan. Because when Thompson and Seville cross that line, first and second, gold and silver, the narrative will shift instantly, and no one will be surprised more than the doubters. The same way Bolt shocked the world in 2008, Jamaica might do it again. But this time with two men instead of one. A new rivalry, a new legacy, a new era. Tokyo 2025 won't just be a race, it'll be a warning: never doubt the island, never count out the sprinters from Kingston, and never forget, Jamaica doesn't just show up, Jamaica dominates.